guy from Texas said, well, fellas, I've been married to an enlightened woman, and she too is from the same place I am, the Lone Star State, Texas. And this man sat up straight, looked those guys right in the eye, pushed out his chest, and he said, I gave my wife a stern look and told her that from now on, this day forward, she would have to do the cooking, she'll have to do the shopping, and she's going to have to do the house cleaning. Just like I told her, I said, this is what's going to happen. Well, like you all, the first day I saw nothing. The second day I saw nothing. But by the third day, I could see just a little bit out of my left eye. The moral of the story is what you read on a bumper sticker. Don't mess with Texas. That's pretty humorous. And you know, about this matter of we living in a society that's lawless, I like this. These are supposed to be, they're really original statements that came from policemen on their duty when they would approach somebody for breaking a crime. And especially on the highway, maybe for speeding or breaking some law in their car. These are police one-liners that really took place in our policemen. And God only knows we need these type of policemen today. So here's what it says. And the following were taken from actual police on videos. Number one, the policeman said to the person that they pulled over, just relax. The handcuffs are tight because they're new. They'll stretch out after you wear them a while. The other policeman picked someone up and said, take your hands off the car, and I'm going to make your birth certificate a worthless document. Isn't that good? And the third, this is another policeman. He said to his, to his one that broke the crime, if you run, you'll only go to jail tired. Another policeman said, can you run faster than 1,200 feet per second? In case you didn't know, that's the average speed of my 9mm bullet fired from my gun. Another policeman said to the one he picked up, yes, sir, you can talk to the shift supervisor. I don't think it'll help, though. Oh, and by the way, did I mention I am the shift supervisor? Another policeman said, warning. Warning? You want a warning? Okay, I'm warning you not to do that again, or I'll give you another ticket. Here's a good one. I like this one. The policeman said, the answer to this last question will determine whether you are drunk or not. Was Mickey Mouse a cat or a dog? A policeman said, question, fair? You want to be fair? Listen, fair is a place where you go to ride on rides and eat cotton candy. Another policeman said to his criminal, yeah, we have a quota. 2 more tickets and my wife gets a toaster oven. Another policeman said, in God we trust. All others we run through NCIC.
There you go.
And the other policeman said, just how big were those 2 beers? And here's the last one. No, sir, we don't have quotas anymore. We used to have quotas, but now we're allowed to write as many tickets as we want. I thought there was one more. Let me see if there is. Yeah, this policeman said to the criminal, I'm glad to hear the chief of police is a good personal friend of yours. Like you said, I stop you, I pick you up, you roll down your windows, and you say to me, the chief of police is a good friend of mine. Well, listen, I'm glad he's a good friend of yours. At least you know someone who can post your bail. And here's the best one. You didn't think we give pretty women tickets? You're right, we don't. Sign here. Oh, those are good. I like those. All right. Well, we've been studying the judgment seat of Christ, as you know, and I'm going to give you a couple of thoughts here today that I think would really help you in this matter. I think it's probably one of the most important subjects that we can study from the Bible to help us to prepare from what we're going to be facing in this matter at the rapture when we're taken up and we have to stand before the Lord at that judgment seat. Now, here's the easiest, I really believe this all in my heart, here's the easiest way for you to remember the judgments of God in the Scriptures. I would recommend highly, if you would, or if you want to, or if you have a good memory, memorize it. But the 5 different judgments that I'm going to speak to you, I have put in a order of all starting with the word S, or the letter S, so that it's easy to remember. The first one is, the first judgment of God is the judgment of sin. And that was done on Calvary by Christ. The judgment of sin. That was the first judgment that God makes in the New Testament, the judgment of sin. And he judged Christ for our sin. The second one is the judgment of society. Remember the nations and so forth. But here's what I want to say. That's the reason why we're seeing what we are seeing here in America today, in our society. God's judging America right now. Yes, and our society is being judged. Now listen to this. I really believe this with all my heart. And that is this. The judgment of society includes the immorality that we're committing all over our nation with no restraints whatsoever. And God's not going to if God is holy and God is righteous and God is pure like he says he is, he's going to judge the society for the immoral acts that they perform in their life. And America is being judged by society, or by the Lord, because of the society type that we're living in. He's going to judge society not only because of immorality, but because of the crime, and that the criminals are being unpunished. He's going to judge society because of the homosexuals. Did he judge them in the Old Testament? He not only judged them, he had them killed. He had them put to death. And he even states in the Old Testament to get rid of all the sodomites, which were the homosexuals. And then he's going to judge society not only because of immorality, crime, and homosexuality, but because of what's going on with this matter of the genders. He's made man and he's made woman, and God doesn't want us to have the changing of the genders. That's the way he made them. Is he the one that's the author of all creation of humanity? So he made whoever gets born a male or a female, and he doesn't want it changed because he's the one that decided which one would be the male and the female. So he's going to judge society because of what's going on in our country today. God's not going to put up with this. And he's going to judge society, not only that, because we have a land full of atheists. I told my son yesterday, I said, I've been preaching for years, and I've been right on target in this area, that God's going to have to judge our country because we, a country, have allowed to come into the educational system, our colleges, our universities, and all of our schools and all of our education. Allowed those to come in who were perverted, socialists also, communists as well, and they're instructing and teaching what we're seeing today happen. I started preaching this way back in the 80s, maybe even the later 70s, that this is what's going to happen to America because we have in our colleges professors that are instilling in those students socialism and communism and wickedness and America needs to be defeated and that type of thing. Look what we have today.
Yes, sir.
I'm not right on everything, but I was right on that thing.
Yes, sir.
Because that's the problem we're facing today. And then not only the judgment of society because of immorality, crime, homosexuality, genders, atheists, but also mistreating Israel. I'll bless them that bless thee, and curse them that curse thee. and America is cursing Israel. And God said, I'll bring a curse on the society that curses my people, my land, Israel. So here we are. Let me get you to think about one more. He'll judge us for the abortion.
That's right.
Killing innocent babies. So all I'm trying to get you to see is the hand of judgment of God is first of all done on Calvary for our sins by Jesus. So the judgment of sin, then there's the judgment of society, then there's the judgment of sinners. So you have sin on Calvary, our society today,